lot about the Rohingyas, to be honest with you. I did a lot of research before coming here, and I spoke to a lot of people about it. And then once you start researching and once you start learning, then you also see how often it's talked about, but maybe it's not the hottest topic to talk about, so it's easily forgotten. But it doesn't mean that it's not important. I wanted to give something back to the world, and I wanted to see what actually UNICEF does and what Louis Vuitton does and how we can actually help.
And UNICEF is actually doing a good job with all these learning centers, because there are kids who's already like 7 and 8, and they just started to learn new things. And I think it's good that right now in the learning centers they are also provided like with materials that they can work with.
Remy.
This is my name. My name. My name.
This morning when I got here, I didn't have any words. Like, it was literally like overwhelming. You see like all the works they do for kids, like everything they're doing to empower kids and women. It's really amazing.
I got really emotional when I had to face these malnourished babies, malnourished kids. So obviously some kids here are in pretty bad condition in terms of nutrition. So they come here in this center to get some help.
It went full.
They get their height and their weight measured. And according to the UNICEF nutrition program, they get a very special package to feed them and get instant nutrition. It's a solution made out of peanuts. It's amazing that something like that does exist for them, and they get in shape quite fast. But there's still a lot of babies and kids out of there who need this very much.
Tell them to stay in school.
There's a river over there and there's Myanmar there.
And this camp was constructed about a year ago, so beginning of September 2017. So it's one of the newest camps around, right?
It was built to face the Rohingya crisis that erupted last year in August.
So today we met the model mothers together with the youth volunteers, but I prefer to call them empowered women. They work in the information and feedback centers inside the camp who are helping the community in spreading awareness about proper sanitation, vaccinations, nutrition, and hygiene. And from there, they also collect feedbacks and requests from their neighbors and give it to the centers. It is actually a very challenging job to do, especially when you're living in a conservative society where women can do limited things.
Community mobilization that UNICEF does basically is something, I feel like it's something behind the curtain that they do. Like what we imagine when we're back in Europe, we imagine that they set up structures and they send kids to school and they make kids play. But actually they also try to educate people so that if one day they go back to their country, they will be able to have a better life, since they will have new knowledge and new standards and new awareness.
How are you? How are you?
When I saw these kids playing kites, it just like literally put me back in my childhood. You bend? And I had to come with them and present myself and asking them if I could play with them. And it was such an amazing moment.
I was asked, how are you feeling? And I was left speechless. Because you feel a lot of things simultaneously. It's like you can tell the struggle, you can feel the hardship of the situation, but right next to it you see hope, you see excitement.
I think the best thing that you can do to help these people is to try to read up and educate yourself on what's going on and contribute money. And without money, we can't make any of this work. We can't get the water plans to work. We can't get the food programs to work. We can't get the children-friendly spaces to work. It's crucial, and it's horrible that money is such a hard thing to get a hold of, but it's what we need. So money, compassion, and knowledge.